Live from WSLS, this is 10 News at 6, working for you.
Now at 6, a new hire for the Hokies. The just-announced head coach considered a perfect fit for Virginia Tech women's basketball.
Yesterday and today, we were tracking severe weather. Tomorrow, we're tracking snow. We'll let you know who has the best chance to see some accumulation.
A critical call at the Roanoke Airport.
There will soon be a new face leading the Virginia Tech women's basketball team. 10 Sports Director John Apicello.
Portal losses, okay? Georgia Amore gone, Clara Strack gone after Coach Brooks left, so they did not have a second to waste. That said, I have to be honest, I don't know how athletic directors like the Hokies, Whit Babcock, handle this stuff. Has to feel like a reality show speed dating. But he needed a great hire, and he needed one in a hurry. 8 days is, by the way, moving with alacrity. Mr. Babcock goes to the Big East Conference to find Megan Duffy of Marquette. Duffy has taken her Golden Eagles to back-to-back NCAA tournaments. This year's team 23-8 as a 10 seed lost to Ole Miss in the Big Dance. An impressive 110-46 in 5 seasons, 64-30 in Big East play. And worth noting, she was the coach for 2 years at Miami of Ohio, won there, was a player at Notre Dame and a good one, won there. She was on a pair of Sweet 16 teams in the early 2000s. That said, she also played in the WNBA. So we've got a proven winner, an up-and-comer, moving to a competitive conference who can talk to recruits about both winning and playing at the pro level. So our resident women's basketball expert is none other than 10 Sports' Brooke Leonard. She is live in Blacksburg after getting reaction from passionate fans on the hiring, of course, of Kenny Brooks' replacement. Brooke, what did they have to say today?
Well, 6 sellouts this season. Fans lined up around the building. Hokie Nation was definitely looking for someone with a proven winning record and could keep the momentum going here in Blacksburg.
I'm actually really excited. I saw the news today. I think she's going to be great for our program. She's coming from Marquette, which is super exciting. So I know she led them to the NCAA tournament the past 2 years, which is really awesome. So I think she'll be a good fit for the program.
We love fans who can do their research. All right, Associate Athletic Director Brian Cox tells us it will be a busy 48 hours for Duffy as soon as she lands in Blacksburg Thursday morning.
We will bring her on campus tomorrow. She'll get in tomorrow morning. She'll do a facilities tour, and then following that, she'll meet with some more stakeholders here at Virginia Tech, in addition to meeting with our team for the first time in person. And then we will formally introduce Megan on Friday morning at 9 a.m. in Castle.
And one of those players that she will be meeting with is Carly Wenzel, who announced today on Twitter just about 30 minutes ago that she would be returning and staying in Blacksburg. So that's certainly good news for those Virginia Tech fans. Live in Blacksburg, I'm Brooke Leonard. Back to you guys.
Okay, we'll talk more about what's coming up at 6 o'clock in sports, but a key issue here, the transfer portal is open for another month. So that said, it's not just who's leaving, but who they can bring in.
Oh, interesting. All right, well, thank you, Appy.
You bet.
Turning to the forecast, where the storms we've been tracking much of the day are now moving out of the region. Chief Meteorologist Jeff Hanowich is here to show us what's ahead. Jeff?
Yeah, well, we're going from feeling like summer, 80s yesterday, to the 50s tomorrow. So this cold front has really packed a punch, not only bringing us a lot of rain and thunderstorms, but also going to be our main cool down factor. Here's a look at the local view. And again, we do have still a couple of showers we're monitoring in West Virginia. They're pretty light, but they are heading east. So the mountains will likely see a little more showers here as we head later this evening. We're still watching a cluster of showers and thunderstorms that are impacting our easternmost counties, eastern Charlotte County, right along Highway 15. Also areas just south of South Boston, still seeing some light to moderate showers. A few little sprinkles and or showers a little bit further to the west towards Smith Mountain Lake. All this pushing to the east at about 30 to 35 miles per hour. And I would say that last batch of rain from the cold front should skedaddle by about 8, but we have more wraparound moisture pushing in later tonight into Thursday and Friday. So we're going to clear up and turn breezy, arguably windy. The winds are actually going to be quite strong for us on Thursday. We're going to be tracking some west slope snow showers here for the next couple of days as well. The good news is for race weekend, the weather looks phenomenal. It's going to be a bit chilly and breezy for the Xfinity Series race Saturday evening, and for the NASCAR Cup Series race Sunday at 3. Temperatures are in the 60s under mainly sunny skies. Lindsay?
A Kansas man is facing 15 to 30 years in prison for sexually abusing a 14-year-old girl in Lynchburg. 22-year-old Andrew Kent, who you see here, pled guilty to federal child exploitation charges this week. Prosecutors say he created a fake profile on Twitter telling the victim he was from Roanoke and wanted to meet her someday in order to, quote, take a kid's virginity. He also used violent language, saying he, quote, wanted to cut her and make her bleed. Investigators say after several weeks of chatting, the teen sent him nude photos. Prosecutors say he later confessed to soliciting around 200 underage girls online. Human trafficking. It's a crime often being committed in plain sight, even in our area. 10 News reporter Sydney Jackstimer shares how the Roanoke-Blacksburg Regional Airport is working to do their part to combat the problem with a new phone system.
If we help one person, it's been worth the effort.
In Virginia, 179 people were found to be victims of human trafficking in 2021, according to the National Human Trafficking Hotline. To do their part, the Roanoke-Blacksburg Regional Airport added emergency phones in every bathroom, giving victims a chance to call for help.
It's really part of an initiative to help combat human trafficking. And obviously airports can be an avenue for that. So we'll make sure we're doing our part.
To use one of these emergency phones is actually very simple. You can find one in every single bathroom in the Roanoke Airport. It directly dials airport police, where they will then come find you and ask what they can do to help you.
Roanoke Airport Police, ma'am, do you need any help?
As soon as they get that phone ring, they can see exactly which bathroom it came from, and they can respond. What we'll do is respond immediately. Keep your call on the line. The victim may or may not be able to speak to us at the time. They may only be able to pick up the phone. So we kind of go into it not knowing exactly what's going on, but we'll handle whatever it is when we get there.
While the phones are aimed at helping victims of human trafficking, police say they will respond to any kind of emergency when the phone is used. Reporting, I'm Sydney Jackstimer, 10 News, working for you.
This afternoon, the governor signed a labor trafficking bill into law. The legislation formally criminalizes those who profit off forced labor, which is considered modern-day slavery. Methods can include debt bondage, use of violence, and sometimes threats of deportation. We're told it accounts for a large portion of human trafficking cases in Virginia.